Fellas, welcome back to Taylor by Ty. I'm Tythetailor, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to dress like a man. Let's get it. So many of us actually want to dress better, man. It's actually surprising. When you actually talk to a guy, man, he actually wants to dress better. He just does not know how to. We go on Instagram, man, and we see these stylish men. We type in hashtag men's fashion, and we see these stylish men, and we like, I can never do this. But the reality is you actually can. You have to retrain your mind a little bit, get some basic wardrobe outfits, and I promise you, man, your style will go to the next level. So I'm gonna get in tip number one. Tip number one, here we go. Tip number one is get rid of those graphic tees, fellas. I'm telling you, get rid of them. They are not stylish. I don't care what no one tells you. I know it's easy. I know it's casual. You can just slip it on, but get rid of them, man. They do not allow you to be stylish in any way. It doesn't make you look like a man in any way. So if you want to get rid of the graphic tees, man, you want to replace it for a button up or a button down, man, a collared shirt. That's one of the most classic pieces that you can put on, man. Or the solid white t-shirts, there's different variations in the styles of white t-shirts, but white t-shirts with some classic whitewash pants or some denim, black jeans, anything. The white shirt, man, is a classic look, believe it or not. And you just replace it for that. Shoot, I got like 100 white t-shirts. I wear those things all the time when I just don't want to go all the way fashionable, man. I just want to put on something casual. So tip number one, get rid of the graphic tees, man, and replace it for a solid white t-shirts or the button up or button down in any other form, man. Just get rid of the graphic tees. All right, here we go. Number two, and I believe this is the most important thing outside of style. One of the most important things outside of style, and that is make sure your clothes fit. That's right. Make sure your clothes fit, fellas. This is so essential, man. You can't have a style, man, and be stylish and have the colors and everything looking good, matching and everything like that, and the clothes is too big, man. Believe it or not, actually a lot of stylish men still deal with this problem, man. They just lazy to go to the tailor, man. So that's what my channel is here for. If you don't want to go to the tailor, just be your own tailor, take the hour out your day to get that fit just right, the way it's supposed to fit your body, man. When I tell you this will change your whole wardrobe, once you get your essential wardrobe pieces, man, and you put it all together, the next thing I'll suggest you do is make sure that each piece fits, man. Make sure that it's proportional to your body. Because why? Men's fashion isn't as popular as women's fashion. A lot of these fashion brands, they just make essential pieces for men, man, to fit all of us. They put all of us in one category. They got large, small, medium, and think that that's supposed to fit our body. That is not how this thing works. So because of that, we have to take it upon ourselves to actually get our clothes to the tailor or learn how to tailor it ourselves. So that's number two, man. Make sure your clothes fit, because everything else is voided if it doesn't fit. If it's too big, it just doesn't work. So let's get into number three. Okay, moving on to number three. Number three, fellas, please stop wearing these dad shoes. Like, outside the fact that it's a trend right now, and I can't wait till it's gone, stop wearing the dad shoes, man. These things are super ugly. I'm sorry, they're ugly. And there's no way to style them. You can't style these things. They're bulky, big, just awkward. Stop wearing the dad shoes, man. It just doesn't look pleasing to the eye. And instead, just replace it for your classic Stan Smiths, your all white shoes, any all white shoes. You can get all white shoes at Zara, ASOS. Just replace it for something better, man. You can replace it for loafers, Chelsea boots, Oxfords, Chukka boots. The list goes on. Just replace them, man, and get rid of them out of your closet. Burn them, because they're the most ugliest things and they just don't make you stylish. All right, moving on to number four. Number four is, fellas, please stop wearing these digital watches, man. I know they're convenient and I know they're easy to read, but they do not look good. I'm telling you, man, there's nothing worse than seeing a guy with a completely tailor-made outfit on, man, and seeing him with a G-Shock on, man. I love G-Shocks growing up. Trust me, I was a fan, man. But when it comes to a classic look, man, the way we want to dress as men, the G-Shock watches, man, have to go, and you have to switch it to an analog watch, man. The analog watches, even with Apple watches, you know, people say, oh no, Apple watches has a analog feel to them as well. So they have the analog face. It's just a little technically advanced. That's all it is. So let's switch over to analog watches, man. They're a lot better. They're a lot more convenient. And I know some of you might be thinking, oh, I don't know how to read the analog watch. It's too complicated. I trust me, I know, but you don't need to have it for the time. You just need it to look good on your wrist when you have that suit on instead of the G-Shock. So let's move on to tip number 5. Number 5 is, you guessed it, suits, man. Now, what type of guy would I be if I didn't bring the category of suits in this, man? You can't dress like a man without having a suit. In my opinion, every man in this world should have at least one classic suit. Not just any old suit. Because you can go off the rack, you can go to a Macy's and buy an off the rack suit, man, and it fits atrocious, man. I'm talking about a tailored made suit, man. The type of suit that as soon as you put it on, you instantly automatically get confidence build inside of you. You know, the best thing about suits, as soon as you put it on, man, the civilized world, everybody out there in the world instantly just grants you respect. It's like he has a suit on and he looks good. I have nothing but respect for that, man. So that's what comes with suits, man. And the best thing about suits as well, you can have it in navy blue or charcoal, black, pinstripe, like things like that, that you can dress down, but you can also dress up. You can just take the blazer off and just wear the trousers, man. You can just have the button up on or button down on, and just have kind of the feel I got. Have it open up. You know, you don't have to always have the suit super formal, man. So that's the best part about suits. And again, you just instantly get respect as soon as you have a suit on. So tip number 5, man, most definitely have a suit in your closet. One tailored made suit that fits you to the T. Okay, tip number 6, fellas, please stop doing this. This has to be the worst. Stop having your pants hanging off your ass, man. This is the worst, man. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. This is what I grew up seeing. I never was a part of this. And in my mind, I rationalize it as like, look, I'm going to be 60 years old at some point. I can't imagine myself being 60 years old with my pants hanging down. So I knew at some point, you know, whether this helps you or not, I knew at some point that I was going to change if that was a part of my lifestyle. So I just always kept my pants where they're supposed to be sitting, above my ass, on my waist, the way it needs to. And the belt, man, the belt can be the most biggest investment, man. You can get a Gucci belt, whatever your favorite high-end brand, they have belts for it, man. And you can put that belt on and be fly. How about be fly instead of having your pants hanging off your ass, man? So tip number 6, let's stop that. Let's bring our pants up, and let's be a little bit more respectful, you know, respectful of ourselves. It don't have to be anybody else. I'm not going to tell you what the pants sagging that I learned from my grandma hanging down, what that meant. So let's change that. And last but certainly but not least, let's get into number 7. Number 7 is, fellas, do not overdo it. Yes, do not overdo it. You ever heard the saying, less is more? Less is certainly more when it comes to the category of men and men's fashion. Like, we don't want to overdo our outfits, man. And I seen it all the time. I see guys with 20 gold chains on and 15 different bracelets. Like, that's just too much. You know, we want to stand in the back. We want to be seen, but we don't want to be loud when we're singing at the same time, you know. And sometimes I fall into the category of having statement pieces and being noticed, but I'm not loud. I'm not the loudest person in the room, man. I'm actually just more on the casual side, but I have a little something that people pay attention to, like, oh, I like how you put that together. So with that being said, let's get into a basic little wardrobe just to start you out, man. I'm sorry if I went through the 7 tips and you absolutely was like, I got to get rid of my whole closet. That was my intention. If that's the category that you fell into, I want you to step out in this world that we're in today, man, and actually feel confident with the clothes that you get on. And wake up in the morning just knowing that, okay, if I put this combination with this, I'm stepping out and I feel a little bit better about what I'm putting on. With the wardrobe, you know, you want to stick with your blacks, your blues, your grays, your whites. These combinations, these things are great when it comes to like a combination. When you put the different combinations together, they go really well. You also want to put your white, your blue, and your dark wash jeans in there as well, with your Chelsea boots, your Stan Smith, or any white shoe, your Chukka boot, or your loafers. These things, when you step out, man, allows you to feel a little bit more confident when you're stepping out. And that's what my intention is. More on the wardrobe in a future video. With that being said, I hope these tips work for you. I'm sorry if I made you feel bad and made you feel like you got to get rid of your whole closet. But trust me, man, once you get into more of a central basic wardrobe and you switch your whole lifestyle up, man, and it becomes more of a habit on dressing well, I promise you, moving forward, you're going to be much more fashionable, and the guy that you see on Instagram will become you, and you'll be a lot better for it. So with that being said, let me get out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day. With that, I'm out. Peace.